Hello, hello. Welcome. Danny Garola here with Stampin' the Pink Barn. Hello, Pam. Hello, Frida. Hello, Mother. You guys are all starting to pop in here. Move that back there. Hello, Lois. Hello, Peggy. Nice to see you all. I keep thinking I can put my glasses on, but then the glare is so bad if I put my glasses on that it's just like a beam of light coming back at you guys. So how has your week been? Has everything been chipper for your, start of the new year? It's just been crazy hearing about all these celebrities that have, of course, our Miss Betty White, that will forever in our hearts be so missed. And then, we wake up this morning and we hear about, hello, Melanie Young. You will hear about, what's his name? The comedian, Full House guy. God bless it. What is his name? Well, I had it, and whoop, there it went. Oh, Bob Saget, that's his name, yeah. It's just crazy what has been going. And then, what is the Portier? What was his first name? He was the first black actor to win an Oscar or a Grammy or something like that. It's just been, what a weird way of starting 2022, right? But we all gonna stay positive, and we've just got to keep chugging this train along, right? And just keep ourselves healthy, and it is what it is, I guess. And I hate that saying, but I mean, what else do you do? I mean, my condolences go out to their families, but it's a crazy world we live in. But anyways, my newsletters are going to be sent out tonight. I'm such a goofball. I stayed up till midnight last night because my dates are so messed up in my head. Yesterday we had our live in-person class that I hold. I do it every second Sunday of the month and every third Thursday of the month. And I was so gung-ho to get my newsletter out there because I had so many things to share with you guys that, ding dong, I always make sure I sent my newsletter out on the day that the new Paper Pumpkin is released. Wow, was I a day behind? I sat up till midnight waiting because it's midnight Mountain Time, which is my time, and I waited up to wait for the new Paper Pumpkin for them to shoot out the Stampin' Up release of the new one. And I'm on there and I keep refreshing and ding, ding, wait a minute. We still have one more day of the Kisses and Hugs that we can subscribe to. Also on that note, with those subscriptions, right now is the best time to do your prepaid subscription for Paper Pumpkin, because when you buy that prepaid, I think that it comes in the form of a number or like a code that you punch in over at Paper Pumpkin. But right now you can get all those wonderful Sale-A-Brations items if you get either the 3-month, 6-month, or the 12-month subscription. So I know a lot of people jump on that prepaid subscription during the time of celebration. I know a lot of people hold out and then they do their 12 months prepaid, so they can jump on and get quite a few of these celebrations items, because you want your Paper Pumpkin, so why not get free product while you're getting your Paper Pumpkin, right? I mean, it just seems kind of obvious to me, but what do I know, right? So I don't really have much going on. I'm going to flip the camera around. I mean, we do have a lot going on, but I would rather show you the brochures and let you see kind of all the happenings instead of me just jabbering about it. So let's get this camera flipped around. So hang on. All right, so starting out, this is my blog right here, stampinthepinkbarn.blogspot.com. This is where you will find all of the directions, ingredients, all the stuff that you need to make the cards, or to purchase the stuff of the cards that I am going to make today for you guys. On that note, I am keeping these cards simple. I'm kind of going to let the designer series paper, or the DSP is what we like to call it, I'm going to let it do the work for these cards today. I do have a couple that are going to be stamp specific, but the two other cards that I'm going to show are all about the DSP. They do the work for you. So if you're ever kind of on the fly and you're, oh my gosh, somebody has a birthday today or something happened today and I need to get a card, I'm going to show you cards that are super quick and easy that you can just quickly, not even have to think about, throw some paper on some cardstock and bingo bango, your card is done. And now you have a great card to send or to hand to the person, that the recipient that you need to give a card to. Hello, Sharon. So the other thing here is my current host code. This is probably going to run just through the end of this month, and then there'll be a new code. But the way this works is you will add this to the end of your order. When it says shop or checkout, there's going to be my name at the top. So make sure you're shopping with Danny Garola. And then you're going to add this host code, which you can find over on stampinthepinkbarn.blogspot.com. It's in every one of my, well, depending on how far back you go on my blog, it's always at the top right-hand corner on that column that runs down the side there. You can always copy and paste it and just throw it right in your shopping cart. Hello, Patty. So the other thing is to get to my store. How do you do that? You go to dannygarola.stampinup.net. Well, on that note, you can go straight to shopping from there. You can go to join. You can see my events calendar. You can see quite a few things on this main website platform that I have. But so right now, today's the last day for you to get the Hugs and Kisses. This is the one that Valentine's Day will be here before Cupid has a chance to use his bow. Thankfully, we have a perfect card making kit for all occasions. The Kisses and Hugs Paper Pumpkin Kit with hugs and hearts, kisses and cards, a sweet stamp set, and more. You'll be prepared for pink and red projects and anniversary weddings and other celebrations of love. Plus, this kit includes an adorable add-on option you won't want to miss. Hello, Susan. Hello, Cheryl. So, oops, I scrolled the wrong way. Hello, Rhea. So that's another thing to always note is when you are on in my store and you're at the dannygarola.stampinup.net, you can always type in Paper Pumpkin in there and it will always show you any of the past kits that there are refills for, because we all know, there's that one kit that you love and you're always like, but I ran out of, some kind of embellishment that came in that kit. Always go in the store and check and type in Paper Pumpkin Kits and it'll bring up refills that are there, and you might just be lucky and find a refill for that one that you really loved. Okay. Also, where did I post it? Oh, in the newsletter. And if you're not a part of receiving my newsletter, when you go to my blog, it'll pop up, or it's also on the right-hand column. You can go in there and you can put your information in to receive my newsletter. Like I said, I am putting a newsletter out tonight, since that new Paper Pumpkin will be refreshed tonight at midnight. That will be sent out as soon as I get that in there. It takes me about 15 minutes to add everything. And then I'll shoot that out to you guys. In there, you are going to find all about this join. You're going to find about the prepaid Paper Pumpkin that I was just telling you about. You're also going to find this brochure here all together, which we'll talk about that. So note, it is going to be a long newsletter. Take your time. no rush. You can always save it and go back and read it as you need. I normally don't like adding that many things to a newsletter, but it just happened that Stampin' Up! Was like, hey guys, we're going to throw you all this awesomeness. And now I have to add that, and now I have to let you guys know, right? So just be prepared. It is a long newsletter, but I know you guys will love it. So, all right. So join my team. So right now, during celebrations, so through February 28th, if you join my team, you can add on 2 extra sets. So you will be able to find all the details for this over at dannygorola.stampinup.net. All you're going to do is go over to that little join tab, and then you can read all the things. And if you have any questions, please reach out to me. I always, include my email address on everything, so you can find it pretty easy. And just ask me any questions, or you can message me right here on Facebook. That always works too. I've also included my phone number on my newsletter, so if you need to contact me that way, you can. I also text people. I am savvy like that. I got the bouginess with the texting. So that's another thing. And one of the huge perks of being part of my team is that you can also get a free membership to Stamp Happy Academy. Woohoo! And we'll get into that at another time, because we could be here all night talking about Stamp Happy Academy. But if you want to go check out Stamp Happy Academy, you can always go to stamphappyacademy.ning, and that is N-I-N-G. So it's stamphappyacademy.ning. And then you can see all the glorious things. Well, it won't be released until you are actively in the membership group, but you can kind of scroll around and get, kind of an idea of what is there to offer for you. And the other thing that we have coming up, now this is not available until February 1st. So this is kind of like your little sneak peek of this. This is a new early release collection that they are letting us, get our little choppy hands on. And this is going to be amazing for those of you who like to have tones for skin colors. They are coming out with a whole new line of blends that these are called the Natural Tones Stampin' Up collection. Now you can order these not individually, like one at a time, but you can order the 2 colors at a time. So there's 5 new colors coming out. Now these are lights and darks on each one. So that's why you'll get 2 pins, because one is a light, one is a dark. So the colors that are available will be available: the light, the medium, the medium deep, and then the deep. So you'll have all your skin tones in this collection. If you want to purchase this whole collection in its holy gloriness here, you can simply go in when this goes live, and you can just type in this one code. Now, I've attached this flyer in that newsletter, so you'll be able to pull up this and print it off if you want to, and then you can, go in and read all the things about it. But they always do that. They always give us one code, so then we don't have to keep going back and make sure we didn't miss any of the items that they're offering in this. You can type in that one code. That gives you the full collection, where you'll get the Here's Together bundle. So you'll get the stamp set, the dies. You're going to get the designer series paper that's kind of this black and white. And then you will get that whole set of the new Stampin' Blends. So here's kind of a more close-up of it. So these dies are really neat. I love how they add the words that will die cut, the silhouette of those. So then when you put your cards together, that's just really awesome. There's that beautiful paper right there, all in black and white, double-sided. You're going to get 48 sheets, 4 of 12 double-sided designs. Wow. So keep that in mind. And like I said, it will be available February 1st, so you'll still be able to earn your celebrations when you can start ordering that. All right, let me put all my little brochures away here so I don't misplace them because I'm kind of good at that. And then let's start with our stamping card. The card that the stamp kind of does all the beautifulness for you on this one. And this stamp set is one of those ones that you kind of just build it to make your scenery. It's called Oceanfront. It is in the JJ Mini. So that's the new, look at this. I can now open this for you guys. Oh, that anticipation builds up and you just get so excited because you so want to show you guys, but then it's like, oh, until this catalog goes live, we can't share the inside of this. But where is, see, and you know, I should have marked it. I mean, you guys could probably find it faster than I can, but always know that these catalogs are an amazing thing to have. So if you don't have a demonstrator and you would like these actual catalogs, because, you know, looking at the PDF, which I've attached to the newsletter as well, looking at the PDF just doesn't do it justice. You really need to have this catalog to really enjoy everything that's in it. So here is Oceanfront. I am going to be using on one of the cards that I'm making, I'm going to be coming in with the On the Horizon, and we're going to be using the On the Horizon paper, but I'm going to be using some of the stamps on one of these cards that I'm going to make right now. And then here it is. Here is that Oceanfront stamp. So this is a standalone stamp set. It doesn't have dies that go with it. Look at the cards that they've kind of showed you how they have created. So that's another amazing perk to having the catalog, is that it is full of inspiration as well. And you are absolutely welcome to case the cards that they have shown in here. So feel free to do that. Okay. So very simple card. You're just going to go ahead and build this card. Okay. I am using thick basic white. This is 8 by 5 or 8.5 by 5.5, and I have scored this at 4 1/4. Now normally you see me just fold my cards in half. With a thick cardstock like our thick white or our thick very vanilla, I always advise that you score those, because otherwise it'll kind of leave a goofy little line in your paper. And I think I forgot, I was trying to go through all the, since I had my live class last night, I left some of my stuff over in my little tote. So, and that was one of my things is my take your pick tool and my bone folder. But we'll compromise. Okay, so what I do is I just take my glue and I just run it across, and that's where I kind of just do what I need to do without actually having a bone folder. So if you don't have one, find something that just has, you know, a hard edge on it, and then just run it across. It'll work. You know, us crafters, stampers. Hello, Katie. Hello, Gowrie. Hello, Laura and Susan. So that's one of the things, you know, us as crafters, stampers, we all kind of, you know, kind of try to find other ways if we don't have all the things, because let's be honest, who can afford all the things? I mean, maybe some of you can, but I can't. So sometimes you just kind of got to wing it. All right. Sorry. Oh, I got some ice in that drink. Whew. All right, then I have Mossy Meadow. This is 4 by 5 1/4. This is going to be our first layer here. Then I came in with a piece of basic white. Now this is cut at 5 by 3 3/4. And we're going to just do some stamping right on this. So using this set, you have kind of, the way you're going to watch me build this is I'm going to use this as my sky. I'm going to use this as my either land, or, because I'm going to make 2 different cards using this. And this first card, I'm going to have sky, ocean, and then kind of the sand. Okay, so let me get all my stamps out here. And we are going to be using Balmy Blue, Mossy Meadow, Crumb Cake, Soft or So Saffron, and Pool Party. Okay. So what I need first is my Pool Party, because I'm going to go ahead and do the sky part first. And this is my sky, this bigger area, or this bigger stamp here. And I'm just going to kind of come a little bit down, not too much. And I always try to hold it on there for a few seconds to let that kind of absorb into that paper so I get that full color. I think I need to tilt my camera just a hair, so hold on, don't get sick. Because for some reason, it's just, seems like it's not showing. Okay, I'll be done just a second, don't get sick. Okay, there we go. That seems to be somewhat better. Yeah. All right, then I'm going to use this stamp here, and I'm going to do that in Balmy Blue. You're also going to need some kind of sponge for the next color that we're going to use here. So I'm going to take this one here, and it's on the reverse side of this stamp because, again, I left some of my stuff over there in my... And I'm just going to take this and just go right down on that line of that last of this stamp here. Okay, so you have your sky and your water. And then I'm going to use my chamois to just clean that since I can't lay that flat since I have stamps on both sides. This is our Stampin' Chamois. This thing is amazing. Let me just tell you, do you see how loved this is? It is a very, very awesome tool to have in your stamping supplies. Now, with this piece here, I'm going to use So Saffron and Crumb Cake. So I'm going to put this directly into the So Saffron. Then I'm going to grab my sponge. Now this is a sponge dauber. These come in a pack of 5 and they're fairly cheap. I don't know exactly, I don't remember exactly how much they are, like $5. And then I'm just going to take a little bit of that crumb cake and just kind of go around the edge, or not kind of, I am going around the edge of that stamp. And then it helps if I have it turned the right way. And then I'm just going to, okay, get the little hair off there first because we don't want any hairs in our stamping. And then I'm just going to lay this on here, kind of half in the water, half out, just like that. And then I'm done with those. Then I'm going to grab the Mossy Meadow and this little, now you have a couple different kind of sprigs here. I'm going to come in with these, what do they call those? It looks more of like that swamp. Is it called like a pussy willow or something? I know, that word is weird. All right, I'm going to put this right about here. Okay, just like that. And then I'm using the word thinking of you. Now, as you can see, there are no sentiments on this in this stamp set. So I am coming in with this Sale-A-Brations stamp set. Cattails, there you go, that's it. I knew there was another name for it. I just couldn't think of it. Cattails, that's exactly it. You guys are so smart, I tell you. This is all sentiments, and this has a lot of stamps. You get 21 different sentiment stamps in this set. Now, this is our Sale-A-Brations. This you can earn with a $100 purchase, and I am going to tell you that this is probably one of the #1 sets that you should have in your collection because it does have so many different sentiments in there for so many different occasions. So I'm going to be using the Thinking of You in the Mossy Meadow, and I'm just going to place this kind of right down here. Just like that. And that's done. That's it. Pretty simple, right? That's what I was telling you guys. I'm going to keep it simple today, so it's not overwhelming for new stampers or crafters. Now this is going to just get put right on that Mossy Meadow. Since we only put those 2 things in Mossy, I kind of thought that that would make those kind of pop. Oh, Kay, I know I just saw your name pop up there. You were the one that told me about those cattails. Stick around. You're a winner of one of our cards for today. So I need you to send me your address, but I'll show you the card in just a minute here. Let me get through some of these and then I'll do the giveaways, but I just saw you pop up. So I want to make sure you know that you're a winner of one of the cards from last week. All right, and then I'm going to take some dimensionals and just pop this up. Okay, so I'm going to align this right on here. And this being a Thinking of You, you can do so many different things in the inside of this card, you know, that I think I might leave it blank for whoever wins this because of it being so kind of versatile that you can give this for any occasion. But we do need to make a pretty envelope with this card. Now I am going to show you another version of this card, but this will be the one that will be in the giveaway for next week. Let's grab that little cattail. Make sure my envelope is sitting the right way, because I've been known. We're just going to put that right there. And that is so simple, so easy, and whammo bammo, and quick. Okay, so there is card number 1. And I'll bring all these cards in when I'm finished and show you at the end. All right, so with this next one, we're going to use, again, our thick white cardstock, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then I grabbed a piece of basic gray. This is 4 by 5 1/4. And then again, a piece of basic white that is 3 3/4 by 5. All right, now this is where I'm going to still use this Oceanfront, but I'm going to bring in this on the horizon. I'm going to be using a couple of these stamps from this one as well. Okay, so we're going to bring this one back in, but this time we're not doing an ocean scenery. We're going to be doing more of a greenery landscape look. All right, so for this, we're going to be using Night of Navy, Evening Evergreen, Garden Green, and Granny Apple Green. And what did I use? use Balmy Blue. So look how well these go together. You can really build quite a scenery. So this one actually has a die set that goes with it that has like little mountains. It has like a little gate that looks like you could be walking out onto a beach. So this is a pretty big collection in our catalog. That was the one that I showed you that actually has the designer series paper called On the Horizon, and we are actually going to be using some of that paper that I'm going to let it do the work for me on my card. So see, here is the die set. It's called Horizon Dies. Okay, so we are going to use Balmy Blue for our sky. Gonna let that soak in for a minute. Just like that. Then use Granny Apple Green. Let that soak in a minute. And I know you guys are probably going, shame, shame, you don't have a foam mat underneath your photopolymer. But again, they're over in my kits, my supplies from yesterday's class. Silly me, forgot everything. Okay, and then I'm going to clean off this little piece here that we used for the sand on the last one. And we are going to use Garden Green for this. Okay, just like that. Now using the, I just stuck my finger right in that. Using this big greenery, where's my, I haven't, oh, you know what? That's what I was going to do. I'm going to show you guys, because I know some of you are new to watching and aren't quite certain on how to apply these stickers to your stamps. So I'm going to show you kind of really quick how to do that. So the best thing, well, the easiest way that I do it, now there's probably a million ways to do it. So my way is not always the perfect way, but it's just what works for me. I pull my sticker off and then I lay it with the, you kind of have this side that has these two peel apart pieces down the center of your stamp, so you can peel these off. This side you will not be able to pull off. This is the back. So when you take this off, you're going to make sure when you're peeling it that you take the sticker with it, because sometimes this backing will try to come off. Make sure you have the sticker in your hands as you're moving it, or as you're taking it off. So once I lay it on here, that will then be the side that is going to be seen. So when I lay and I took the backing off of my stamp here, my cling, I'm going to take these off. Now this side is extremely sticky, extremely. And that's how it's going to stick to the foam. Now, the shape of your sticker here is the same shape of your stamp. So it will just line right up onto your stamp just like that, and now it is completely put together correctly, and now you have your cling. Okay, so I just kind of wanted to show you guys how to do that. Oh, I needed that. What am I doing? Not done. Okay, we're going to use this Evening Evergreen. And we're going to put this right along the bottom here. Just like that. Oh, that looks so pretty on that garden green. We're going to keep that out a minute because I also want to use this tree set here. Oh yeah, I was going to show you. See, this even has two parts to it because it has so many stamps. I didn't show you that. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing with this. I'm going to put the sticker on there. So I am going to grab, this is this tree right here. And again, make sure I pull up both pieces, the sticker and the backing, flip my stamp over, peel, and then it will just match right up to the foam. And then we're going to do this in Evening Evergreen and line it up right on the two colors, just like that. Okay, and then we are done with Evening Evergreen. And now I need the Night of Navy. And shoot, I guess I have to do another one of these. So you guys are going to get extra good practice seeing me do this today because I need to mount the birds. Just like that. Okay, now we're going to use Night of Navy. Tap, tap, tap. Lightly just tap your ink. You don't have to go crazy and dab in that ink. And then I'm going to run some of these birds up off this side over here, just like that. And you want to apply when you're sticking your stamp down. Now, if you just lightly tap in your ink, you'll make sure you don't get it all over the outside of your stamp, the extra stamp stuff here, because I know sometimes if you tap too hard, it'll wind up getting all over the outside of your stamp, and then you have to be really, really careful with the pressure you apply, because otherwise you're going to get that outlined image too, and you don't want that, because then that kind of just ruins your project. And then I'm just going to kind of move this up over like this, so I make sure I stay with all my birds on my project, just like that. A flock of seagulls. Okay, actually, you know what? I think I'm going to keep that Night of Navy handy because I think we're going to actually use that for the sentiment. Let me get all these. Oops, sorry, you guys. I didn't mean to slam that down there. I know that's loud. Kind of echoes through the base of that stand that I have. Okay, let me move that out of the way. And then, let's see, actually, these have, where did I put that? I thought I just had that stamp sitting here. Did I put it away? I don't think so. No, I did not. Where did I put it? Oh, I think it's in this other one over here. No, we're going to leave that. So we have a couple different sentiments in this set. The On the Horizon has some really cool sayings as well. You have thinking of you, thanks for everything, breathe, relax and enjoy your day, and wishing you so much happiness. I'm going to put wishing you so much happiness on this one. So it's this one right here. Oh, see, if I look at it like that, it's not going to line up correctly because I have this lump on the top of this one, and I actually need the lump spun around so that divot goes in the bottom of that sticker. So it will all line up correctly. So it's really pretty easy to know whether or not you have it upside down or inside out or right side up or whatever. There's only a few that I have ran into. If the shape is like a big long oval of the wording, that can kind of trip you up. But just, you know, double check. It's not going to hurt to keep looking and make sure your words are the right way, so they're not, you know, upside down, because trust me, I've done that also. I have a Father's Day stamp that was completely oval from one of my sets, and I wound up sticking the sticker on. Oh, you are very welcome, Pam. And I wound up sticking the sticker on upside down. But at that point, it was just like, well, can't fix it now because you can't pull. I mean, if you start to stick it on there and you notice right away, you can kind of pull it up, which you saw me do on those birds. But once it is stuck on here, it's darn near impossible to get it back off without ripping the foam. Now, maybe one of you guys have a tip, because you guys are so stinking smart. You might know a way that if you get that sticker on there wrong or really, you know, wonky, can you fix it? I don't know of a way of doing it, but you people are kind of genius that you might know. And we're all here to teach each other a thing or two, right? No one person has all the answers. Well, maybe. It's just not me. I will be honest with you. Okay, so let's get this card put together, and we're going to do the same thing with this. We're going to just pop up. So as you can see, the scenery on this is pretty endless as far as, you know, whether you do greenery, whether you do, oops, and I just moved that. Thank God I use my Tombow glue because I have some time to wiggle that around a little bit before it's completely dry. Now, I know we didn't use any gray on that, but I thought it made it kind of more masculine. And I don't know if you struggle like I do, but I really struggle with making masculine cards. But again, these two sets are amazing for making masculine cards. You really can't go wrong with, you know, a landscape scenery for a manly card. So there is that one. And then let me bring you the other one back in so you can just see how you can just use some different colors and some different stamps to make two completely different looks. But it's the same exact orientation of the stamps. It's just completely different colors and different. My order will be here on Wednesday, and this set is in there. Oh, you're going to have fun, Lois. I can't wait to see what you come up with because you're an amazing stamper. And I love that you share all your pictures with us. So, two completely different, styles of cards. You've got oceany, you've got that mountain landscape look, but it's the same exact stamp set. This one just has the extra added on the horizon to give it some of that more jungly outdoors look to it. So, okay, that one I'm going to put up there. All right, let's get to, now, you guys might have already seen this because, what is her name? Oh, Rachel Tessman did this next card, or she did a bunch of them. But if you haven't seen hers, I do want to show you this simple way of doing this because she is a phenomenal stamper as well. And she made some of the neatest cards that are so simple, and you can do it with pretty much any of our designer series paper, because right now we have some of the most beautiful, which, I mean, we always have some of the most beautiful designer series paper, but right now, some of these spring colors, I'm going to be honest with you, I was kind of getting tired of doing Christmas cards. I'm just going to be straight up. And I was so happy to see some of these new oceany, spring colors. I was so ready to just be done with Christmas. So this new paper that we have, it is, oh, hold on just a second. Let me grab my design, samplers. Oh, see, and I was able to grab my bone folder too. Perfect. Okay, so I have created these these DSP samplers. So without the paper on them, I have made PDFs where you can purchase over on my my blog. You can purchase the PDF and I send it straight to you. I will invoice you. All you have to do is send me an email and tell you that you want a copy of these. And then, hold on, I'm very crooked. And then I can email you the PDF. My one tip for you guys is you need to have a good quality cardstock. So I would advise using our basic white. You can go ahead and use the thick if you want to, as long as your printer will accept that thick of paper. Some printers don't like using our thick basic white, or not, yeah, basic white cardstock. Oh man, I'm telling you, words are hard. I didn't barely get any sleep last night, I'm telling you. But who cares? That is, it's just the way it is. For some reason, my brain just would not shut off last night. I had so many things going through my stinking head, and I just get going, and it's the part of being the woman that you just keep thinking and thinking. You just can't stop. So I wanted to show you that this New Horizon paper pack, which is this one right here, but back what I was saying is that I sell these PDFs where all you have to do is put the paper in your printer, download that PDF, and it will do all this printing for you. You have to have your paper. I know that feeling. I got zero sleep. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was just something in the air that I just couldn't sleep. It was ridiculous. I just kept tossing and turning. And then I even got up and I just put like a light nightgown on, thinking that, okay, maybe I was getting too warm, because I kind of had this big, thick, cozy PJ thing on. So I was like, okay, maybe I'm too hot. I don't know. It's just, maybe it's me going through maybe the change or starting the change of life. I don't know. It's kind of frustrating because then I pay for it the next day, but oh well. You got to just keep rolling with life. So this has so many. Again, you get 48 pieces of this cardstock in here. It's the 6x6. So when you download the PDF, you will then have to purchase your paper and add your, when it's a 48 pack, I do 1.5 by 1.5 square on that. Now these ones, when they're the 12 sheets of paper, I do these 2x2. So I just cut out 2 2x2s and then flip the reverse to do, so I can see both sides. Same with this. Now this one, I'm going to tell you, it was extremely tricky because these colors look so much alike that when we stack them, I had to make sure that when I went to do this, that I didn't get them out of order, because you can see, like these two, you would think that they might go together. So just really be cautious of, if these get kind of tangled up, it'll be really hard to tell which one goes with which. But the good thing about this is, say you have your designer series packs sitting here. I mean, clearly not on this one because it's a 6x6, but say you have, let me grab one that is a 12x12. Say I have my 12x12 pack sitting here. Well, that one's not a good example. Let me show you. Here, we'll do this one. Okay, so say I have my Valentine's one sitting out here, and it is my Sweet Talk. Now what I can do is I can stick this either on the front or the back, and I can tuck that in just like that. So when I go to pull this out, I can see this right offhand and go, okay, that's exactly the color and that pattern that I was looking for, that I knew. And then I can say, okay, I want to work with Granny Apple Green today. Then I can go through my sets and find out which ones all have Granny Apple Green. And then I can decide the, you know, if I already know the person that I need to make the card for, then it's kind of simple because it's either a male card or a female card, or, you know, birthday or whatever the occasion is. So these are really kind of a great thing to have. I think when the next annual catalog comes up, which will be in May, I might actually start selling these, which you would have to pay for shipping. I will, maybe, I'm not positive on this, but I might actually sell these with me having them already made, because I know some of you can't get all the paper. So this way you would still be able to see all the paper. And then if it's something you fall in love with because now you have it visually in front of you, it might entice you to want to buy some of this paper that the catalog just does not do justice. Especially something like this that has that foil in it that you might not catch in the catalog. But once you have this in front of you, you're like, holy wowza, I gotta have it. So I have to decide if I have the time and the energy to do that. But let's get on to this card. All right, again, we're using a piece of thick white cardstock. This is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Oops, I didn't get that very straight, did I? Hold on. All right, so there's our card base. Now, since this is 6x6, let me get out some of this, because this is what I use to cut my samplers. So I want the actual full sheets. Now, look how this looks like a landscape all on its own. Now, the back side is kind of just more of a watercolor, but a lot of these have some really neat, like, look at this one. I actually made a sample card using this one, and I'll show you that. Actually, you know what? I think we're going to use that one because I really like the way that one turns out. That one and this one. And so I buy these extra bags off of Amazon. I buy these little 6x6 clear bags. And then I can use them when I have paper giveaways and that kind of stuff. When I have my live classes, I normally do a door prize that I split a couple of these up and I give these away, and then they just seal, and then I don't have to worry about them ripping, because some of our paper, when it comes from Stampin' Up, it only has this. That's why I didn't show this one. It has just this thin thing. So I also have the big 12 by 12 ones that I buy also off of Amazon. They're just these big clear, but they're thick, and I store my paper in those. Just so some people always ask, how do you store your paper? Well, that's how. All right, so what we're going to do with this is, since it is 6 by 6, we're going to cut this down to be able to make 4 cards out of this one piece. And like I said, if you guys watched Rachel Tessman do this, you know where I'm going with this. All right, so I'm going to cut it 3 this way, and then cut 3 on this one, and then 3 on this one. Oh, and then we need our black. And then with the black, it's just going to be 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. Ooh, what did I do there? I didn't cut that very well. Hold on a second. That was, I thought maybe I was off, but I was hoping I wasn't. Okay, so we're going to try this again. We're going to do 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. Oh, here's another thing I wanted to let you know. This is another tip that I just found out or just learned. Do you ever have your paper or cardstock or DSP or anything, when you cut it, does it ever get like a frilly, kind of frizzy edge on it? And you're like, what the heck? I just replaced the blade. Why is it giving me kind of that choppy kind of look? Well, it's because you're pushing too hard. Simple as that. So I have a real big problem where I think I have to push this very hard to cut this paper. Well, in fact, I've wound up always having that little choppy edge. I'm forever changing this blade because I'm always thinking that it's my blade that I use way so much that I'm just dulling it down. Well, in fact, it's because I'm pushing too hard. So I've probably, you know, really thrown away a lot of these blades that were probably just fine. It was just me. But I've noticed that after learning this tip, that if you just lightly cut, you don't get those frayed edges. So try that if you're having that problem with your trimmer. I'm going to go ahead and cut some more of these. Oh, did I do it again? Oh, for the love of Pete. Well, I guess I'm not going to cut those because I've already jacked them up. So we'll just roll with the 2. So what you're going to do is you're going to find your pieces here. And I'm going to take one of the top portions, so it would go like this. And then I'm going to take one of the bottom portions and go like that. And then again, you would do these on black as well. Or any of these you can do on the black also, like this piece right here. Or that's actually that other piece there. Where was that other one that I looked at? This one, you can do the same way. Cut it 3 by 3. There's another one that she did. She used this blue. It almost looks very sky-like. And then when she cut these across, she did like a tree coming up out of there. I don't have that set, so I can't show you exactly what she did, but you guys can go check out her page. It is Stamp Your Art Out by Rachel Tessman. She does amazing work, and I'm not trying to turn you guys away from me, but when somebody does good work, I like to. And I like to give people shout out if I'm using their layouts. So these right here are called the fake sea glass shapes. I'm going to, oh no, you know what? I was supposed to use this on the last card. Oh, where did I put those other cards? Oh, they were sitting right here. So there was this one and there was the other one. But since the other one was not oceany, I thought you could I thought you could actually bring in some of these glass stones and kind of run them across the bottom here. Like I said, I left my take your pick tool in there. But I'm just going to set a couple of these across here because I think these are the neatest new little gem things that Stampin' Up! Has made available for us. You know, just kind of set them around in the sand. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we have 5 on there. I don't know how well you can see them, but they're a really, really neat, and they do. They look like a pebble on your paper. I had to show you those because I think those are so neat. Those they just came out with, and these they just came out with. These are called Pebbles enamel shapes. And these, again, they look like little pebbles. That's more of your oceany sea glass down there. And then this is more of so you have like a lighter, this is probably like gray granite, and then you've got basic gray, and then I'm guessing that's either soft suede or Sahara sand. I'm not sure. Or maybe it's even cinnamon cider. It might tell you in the catalog the colors of those. But aren't those so cool? They're just so different than anything I've ever seen that Stampin' Up! Did. Because, of course, leave it to Stampin' Up! All right, let's move on. Okay, there's that one. So also, the really cool thing about this is it doesn't cost as much as having to buy all the stamp sets and all that kind of stuff. You can get yourself a pack of this On the Horizon DSP and a thing of our thick basic white and then some black, and you have a snot ton of cards, let me tell you. And then if you have any kind of a sentiment set, you can come in and put any kind of sentiment on this, because this can go for any kind of occasion. This doesn't say, you know, one, you know, thing or the other. This is very kind of widespread. So on this one, I'm going to move this kind of right in the center, and I'm going to take the sentiment, just a card to say you're amazing. And I'm going to use my StazOn ink for this because I want a very, very crisp look when I stamp this on here. I want it to be, you know, very, very boldly black. And sometimes I just can't achieve that with my Memento pad. So I am going to use my StazOn for that. So I think I'm going to move that up and set this down and straighten that out and stamp that. And then I can place this right like that. And because I really love the smell of StazOn, I could sit there and huff StazOn all day. I know, weirdo. It almost has like an I know we've had this conversation before. what is the smell? Is it like almond? I don't know. I think it almost smells like I mean, ever since I had COVID, my sense of smell and my taste are not right. So what did you say? Hold on. Lois said, out of one pack of Horizon DSP, you can get 192 cards if you did a 3x3 piece. Holy, yeah, snot ton of cards. I'm glad you did the math for me, because I was actually sitting here kind of trying to do the math and talk at the same time. And if you know me, I'm not good at math. So that was going to be kind of a tough one. But you did it for me. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, and they're gorgeous. Look at that. The simplicity and how easy and quick. And all you have to do is add a sentiment on there. And bingo bango, you're done with a beautiful card. Okay, let's do this one. I gotta score this because I didn't score it. And I think I need to cut it down. So we're going to do the other one from right here. Nope, that's at 5.5. Okay, we're good. But I think I might actually grab a different piece to show you, because I've already done this piece. So let me just kind of show you something. Where did I put my, oh, there it is. Let me just grab something else out of here and show you something different. Okay, so I'm going to use this one just because I have it kind of handy here. Let's cut this down to 3x3. Now, you don't have to stick with black. Like on this, maybe say you want to do Misty Moonlight or Night of Navy. You can absolutely come in with so many different colors and change those words up and change that background up, this background color. You don't have to use black. It just, black kind of goes with everything. And then again, 3x3. And I think I'm going to actually use this piece here. And then I need to get a piece of black because I messed my other one up. Oh yeah, that was the one that I screwed up. Is this one right? Oh, that one's right. Okay. Now, because these are so versatile, you could actually flip that over and make it look almost like it's kind of some mountains going on here. And you could then come in with some birds, which is what I'm going to do. So that did go this way, as you can see on the piece of paper here. Where did I put it? Oh, that's right. It was right there. That went like that. I am now, or no, it actually went, see, now I don't even know how the darn thing went. I think it went like that. I'm going to, instead of keeping it like that, I'm going to flip it over and now make this look like it's my sky. And I'm going to come back in with those birds from the On the Horizon stamp set that coordinates with this paper. Grab those birds there. And grab my my stays on, because I want it crisp. And I want to smell that awesomeness. And I'm just going to take those birds and I'm just going to kind of move them over here, like they're just flying across, just like that. And you can add more. Let me grab a piece of scrap and stick underneath here. Just like this, and grab those birds again, and let's put a couple more. Like they're continuing on. And then this is where I was going to grab the wording from this, but I think I'm not going to use the Relax because my sample card has, I'm going to use the We use just a card to say you're amazing. So let's do a thinking of you on this one. Oh, let's not, because I don't want to mount another one of those. I'm going to grab another sentiment from this. Let's do a with sympathy, actually. Where did I put it? There it is. Because as much as I don't like making sympathy cards, unfortunately, it's a thing and it just has to be done. So this one, let's see. I did that way. Oh, let me show you this one. See, this is where I was telling you that I used the bottom portion of this. This is what I did, and I did that relax up there in the top corner. So there's two cards just like that. That was kind of like this here. I just cut a little bit of it off because it was part of that, part of my DSP sampler. And then okay, so I did this one in the bottom corner. So let's do this kind of up over here. So see how versatile this is, and you can use it in so many different ways and just move your sentiment around. Ugh. And this one, I am not going to pop up. I'm just going to place it right on my card. Just like that. And then for your envelopes, you can either come in with some of those trees from, or some of this greenery here from this card. But since this is the one that I'm going to be giving away, let me get an envelope for that. And let's do, oops, let's do this little green shrub here. And I think I'm going to actually do that in Granny Apple Green, because I think, isn't that Granny Apple in that? Where is my sampler so I can see exactly, again, why these things are so awesome to have handy. It's actually not Granny Apple Green. That is Old Olive. So I need to grab my Old Olive stamp pad for that one. I mean, I don't think anybody would complain, but let's make it match. Beautiful. All right, so there is that card. So you guys, get yourself some of this paper on the horizon and make yourselves, how many did she say? 192 cards. Wowza. Then you have cards on hand when you need to just grab it. I know, right? The smell of that is just awesome. I agree. Okay, so let's get that out of the way and put that one with our other card. And then we're going to play with a different kind of paper, but again, we're going to let it do the work for us. And actually on it, I'm only using one stamp set, and it is one that actually goes with that, with the next set, and it is part of our Sale-A-Brations. Okay, let's move these. Let's do our giveaways, actually. Okay. Move this. Okay, so for our giveaways, we have for card number 1. Now I haven't seen her pop in here yet, but no, I don't think she's in here. This is for Janet Smith. This is that pocket card that I had showed you guys how to make, that you can take my trusty little Starbucks card here, and you can put that in there, but then you still have room to put your sentiment in there and then do your little writing. So that is like that, and then you have your beautiful matching envelope. So Janet Smith, if you pop in, let me know what your address is. You need to send it to me here through Messenger, PM me, and I will get this in the mail, and it will come to you just like this. I don't write on it. I don't do anything with it. It is yours to share with whom you choose. Okay, and then card number 2 was this really cool fun fold thing that I wound up naming double-ended fold, because I have no idea what the name of this fold is. This goes to Melanie Foy, and I think I saw her pop in here. Hello, Alice. Hello, Florence. So this card will go to Melanie, and I do have Melanie's address. She's been a long-time watcher, so I will get that in the mail to you. Then for our third one, this is where we made kind of that 3D effect using these things, these masks, the basic masks. I actually used the ones that are in the new June JJ mini catalog. These are the butterflies and flowers layering decorative masks. So what I did was I used tone on tone first with our blender pens, and then I came in with our craft white ink, and then went on top of it. I shifted it just a hair, and then I went over it with the white to give it kind of that 3D embossed look, but it is absolutely flat. But to look at it, it kind of tricks your eye and makes you think that it is kind of popping out of that, off that cardstock. This goes to Kay Weir. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly, but you know who you are. Please send me your address, PM me your address. Do not put it here on Facebook. Please do it through Messenger so you can, so it stays private between you and I. So please send me your address, because I know I don't have yours. All right, you guys, congratulations to all the winners. You won some beautiful cards, and oh, there you go. I did put a sentiment in the inside of that one. So that was a happy birthday card that is coming your way, Kay. Okay, let me stick these all back in here with my sheet that I know who gets what. Oh, you guys are so sweet with all your congratulations to everyone. Hey, if you guys could do me a big favor and throw me up some thumbs and throw me up some hearts, if you're enjoying what you're seeing, that really helps with the algorithm of Facebook to get my video kind of out there and seen by others. Or if you just want to be a little extra special, go ahead and share this video right now. It'll share right to your Facebook page. And then if anybody else that you know wants to learn crafting also, they can always join in here and maybe become winners themselves by watching us and being a part of this amazing group of people that we have in here. Because I love to have your guys' opinion about things, because it's really cool. Thank you so much, Patty. All right, this next card I am using, look how pretty that granny apple green is. Look at my hands, they're full of ink here. But that's okay. Then I'm using the Hello Friends. Now this is one of those Sale-A-Brations products, but it comes with two. It comes with the stamp set. It is $100 product freebie. Oops, I grabbed both of them there. And then it comes with the pack of 12 by 12 designer series paper that coordinates beautifully with this stamp set. And I absolutely love the colors. I've used so much of this paper already. I made a bunch of sample cards to take to my class that we did last night because I really wanted to show this paper off. And that's what I'm going to do for you guys tonight, is I'm going to show the paper off so you can really see, again, how this can be just a standalone stamp set with the paper, that you don't really have to get much more than just some of your coordinating cardstock. All right, so this one, we need, where did I put my little cheat sheet here? I had it sitting here. I do my little, here, let me show you. Look at this. When I find a card that I like, I make these little templates out, and then I mark everything over with the dimensions. So that's what I have on this card, is so I know my dimensions. See, I have my little score marks, but this will all be written up over on my blog later tonight. If not, tomorrow morning it'll definitely be up. It just depends on how finicky my internet wants to be as far as uploading the video to YouTube. All right, so this is 8.5 by 5.5. We are going to take this and we're going to score it at 2 3/4. Okay, 2 3/4, and then we're going to open up our arm on our score, or if you have the a score pal or a score tool, you don't have to open up any arm. It's already all right there handy for you. And then I'm going to go to 7. So I scored at 2 3/4 and then at 7. Now my designer series paper that I'm going to need for that is, I am using this beautiful piece here. That is, what did I say the dimension was? That is 2.5 by 5 1/4. That's going to go on this panel here. And then I have this little piece here, which is 1 1/4 by 5 1/4. That's going to go on that panel. And then I have a just standard inside of your card, which is 4 by 5 1/4. That will fit right in the center there. Then I have used these little, this is called the Stitched So Sweetly. I know you guys have seen this a million times from me, because this is one of my go-to die sets. You probably have never seen me use the stamp sets, but they have been used. As you can see, they're loved and they've been, you know, stained up. But this is my go-to. This one and my Tasteful Textures are probably my most two loved and used dies that I think everybody has to have in with their die sets. They're the essentials. Then I came in with, oh shoot, I forgot to leave this out here. Then I came in with some Garden Green, and I used the biggest rectangle scalloped die, and I cut that out. Then with that paper that has those birds on it, and it's kind of a paper that I just love to not do much with it, because the paper is so pretty on its own, and then it just has those little birds sporadically out on the paper. I came in with that, and I cut that one with the second largest, and I cut that out of that. Now that's going to, since these are kind of like layering dies, where you can layer them one on top of each other to see the other paper behind it. Let me show you. I don't think I have any more of that big, because I've used so much of it. I was trying to find, oh, is it on the back side of this? Nope. I don't know how much of that I have left. Oh, there we go. So you get 2 sheets of this. That is the 12 by 12. But like I said, I love this paper so much. I have used so much of it for all my sample cards that I have made. And the colors in it just coordinate with so much because you've got pretty much every color on that one piece of paper. Same with this here. Let me take another drink really quick. So that little piece is going to go in, and then this piece is going to go in. So both those sides line up together. So this is kind of a little fun fold. That's just something different. Like I said, we're going to put this piece on that panel. And since I want the eye to be attracted to this piece, because this is going to be my focal piece, that's why I use this, the tone on tone, for that piece there. And then this little strip here, I'm just going to put here just to kind of bring out more of the, you know, this green and more of those other colors. But it's white, so it's not going to take away too much from that. And because it's so small, you know, with this card, you can use any of the paper. And again, any of the papers that we have can be used in this layout of a card. Okay, then this piece is going to get layered on that. Okay, this piece is the only piece we're going to do any stamping on. So I am going to take the hope you have a happy birth, or hope you have the best birthday. And I have already got that right here. Then I'm going to take this little green piece here, or the greenery piece, and I'm going to use that. And then I'm going to take those two big flowers and we're going to use that on our envelope. So again, I want this crisp, so I'm going to use my Stays On. And we're going to put our happy birth, or hope you have the best birthday. And that's going to go right in the center. And then same thing with this little greenery sprig. And then grab an envelope. Make sure my back is correct. Now I know some people are pretty finicky when it comes to using their Stays On, because of the fact that it does what it says. It stays on. And some people don't like using it on their stamps because it sticks to your stamp sets. And it's just one of those things that people get scared that it is ruining their stamp. It is absolutely not ruining your stamp at all. We do have a Stays On cleaner, which is this right here. What they do tell you, if you're going to use this Stays On cleaner with your stamps, you take it, it's got, remember, I think it was like glue or something back in the day in school. You had these little, or like foamed, or bingo daubers, that's what I was thinking of. You're going to take this and you're going to just scrub it over your ink pad, or over your stamp pad, and then make sure that you have either your Stampin' Scrub, which is this here. Make sure you have either this scrubby or whatever scrubby you choose to use. You don't have to have the Stampin' Up one. Or our chamois, and make sure it's nice and wet, and then clean that off. You have to make sure that you clean the Stays On cleaner off of our stamps, because It has been mentioned, I have not seen it yet, but it has been mentioned that this Stays On cleaner is not good to let set on your stamps, and you need to rinse it off with water off of the stamp. So here is one that I didn't clean, so you can see the black has been stained on there, and if I try to just wipe it off, it's not going to come off. I mean, there's no ink on there. It's not going to leave any marks on anything or any, you know, I don't want to use that, but it's not going to leave any marks on anything because I just cleaned it, but now my stamp is stained. Now, I've told you guys a bunch of times that I think a stained stamp is a well-loved stamp, but I know some people don't, you know, OCD be real, I get it. They don't like that stained look on their stamps. So just come in with your cleaner, and you might have to, because I didn't wash this one very good the first time I used it. So you just kind of take this and just scrub it on there. This Stampin' or that Stays On ink remover does its job quite well. So see, now I've got it, you know, most of the way off. There is a little bit of staining to it, but it's because I never cleaned mine the first time. As you can see on this one, I cleaned it right away and the ink came right off of it. Okay, let's get this card put together. So we're going to put our inside right into the card. Okay, and then this is going to go right on the front, watching my two margins. So I'm going to pretty much take this and flip it this way, and then know that where my seam is where I don't want to put glue, because I only want glue on this side. So if I leave this sit here, I can take my glue now and I can run it down this whole side. And then when I go to flip this, I know I'm not going to get glue on any of that area that I didn't want glue on, because I only want it stuck to this side of my card. Because we don't want glue on this side, because we don't want our card getting stuck, because then we can't open it. We want to be able to open it, so you only put glue on that one side. So if you flip it upside down, then you know that you're putting it in the right spot. So isn't that kind of a neat little fold there? Then it just opens up, and then you've got this bright, gorgeous granny apple green just popping out with you with your matching envelope that has those same flowers on it. So let me bring in the other two cards that we made. Okay, so the first one we made was this one here. Then we came in with that really beautiful paper and just simplified some of those cards. And then we've got this one here. I keep flipping that backwards. Oh, let me show you the other one that I made. So here is the other one that I did. So here's that same paper. Windex will work too. Oh, there you go. So Windex works. She's tried the Windex. It works, but you have to rinse it off also, because it makes the stamps brittle, okay? Especially the red rubber. There you go. That's exactly what they said about this. I just couldn't remember what it was. So she's saying that Windex will also work just like this on your Stays On ink. But you have to rinse it off with the water, because it will make your stamps brittle if you leave that cleaner, the Windex or the Stays On cleaner, on your stamps. So here is the other one that I made just like this. I made the same card. I just wanted to show you in a different color. So this is the Petal Pink with the Petal Pink coordinating DSP here. And then I used that stripy one along with that same gorgeous paper there that I used as my focal. And then I did You Have My Love and Support with that little green spriggy there. So very cool. Again, super simple, super easy. All you have to do is have this one. You know, you don't have to have these Stitch So Sweetly set. I highly recommend you having that set because it's one of those that is kind of my go-to, and it would probably be yours as well if you owned it. But you can do this in just plain rectangle paper. Let me kind of give you an idea of what the size would be. So it would be like a 4 for the big background piece. It would be 4 by, I'm going to say 2 7/8 is the size, you know, of the green, the garden green layer. And then for the inside one, it is 2.5 by 3 5/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 3 5/8. So that just kind of gives you an idea if you just want to cut that out, if you don't have those Stitched So Sweetly dies. Because you don't have to have that scallop. That doesn't make or break the card, right? So just do it with what you have. But you definitely got to get some of that paper. So, all right, you guys, thank you so much for sticking with me. Ooh, and we actually did really well tonight. It's only 7:40. Normally, I'm out of here right at 8 o'clock. So, thank goodness I didn't have to take up your full 2 hours of your evening. Especially some of you that are, you know, more East Coast. It's awfully late where you're at. But thank you guys so much. Like, share, comment, which a lot of you have done. That gets you entered in the drawing that you can win these cards for next week. Also, if you're watching this from YouTube, please subscribe to my channel. I would love to try to hit, I know I have a long ways to go, but I need to hit that 1,000 subscribers so I can start going live over on YouTube, so we're not just stuck on Facebook platform, because I know there are a lot of people out there that will not touch Facebook. So I'm very limited on who I can have as an audience. So the more people you share this with here on Facebook, the more people see it, then they will be more apt to go over and subscribe to the YouTube. And then also leave me comments. I love to hear from you guys. Either here on, was there a die to match the Oceanfront? No, there is no die. That is, Oceanfront is the one that is on. So yeah, if you can go over to YouTube and subscribe there, that just helps me get even more subscribers that we can soon, hopefully someday. The Stampin' Up example looks like they, okay, that's what I was saying. This right here is that the dies that come with this set right here. So see those two little gates? That is on the horizon dies. Right here. Here are the dies that go with the on the horizon. I know it is very confusing when they kind of do things like that. I understand they are, you know, upselling product. I get it. But here is the on the horizon. This is the one that coordinates with the paper that we used right here. It's that 6x6 paper. You can see that here. That's the one that those little pebbles go to. That matches that set there. The on the horizon. So you have the stamp set and you have the dies. This is like that little mountains that I was kind of talking about, and then you have some like little greeneries, and then you have those two little gates, which is the gate that they are showing you back here on this page. Well, and you can see it right there in that little sampler that they have. I love this idea, and I think I'm going to do one of these. My mom said that she bought some of these frames, so I think I'm going to do that. Also, this one over here, they used this, I use this a lot during Christmas. They use the Evergreen Forest 3D, right here, just straight on that paper, and I absolutely love it. Again, the paper did all the work. All they did was used this 3D embossing folder straight to the paper, added some of the birds, and then their sentiment. So this paper, I think, is one of those things that you're gonna want to have in your collection, because, I mean, myself, I have to have it all because I can't deal with not having it. But yeah, because it all kind of just goes together. But yes, that is the gates that they used right there, or fencing, or whatever you want to call it, is the On the Horizon set. Okay, does that answer that? So if you guys have any other questions, please let me know. Get in there. Oh, and this piece right here, this cuts out this wood grain like little piece. Now, I'm not sure if maybe that would be used as kind of a sign as you're walking onto the beach. Maybe that's where you would put your sentiment that says relax and enjoy your day as you're walking through these, you know, little fencing things. I don't know. It's kind of got me brainstorming some little things. I did see a card earlier today that was so cute, and I didn't even realize that it was a die until I just now looked at this. They did a beach scenery, and they actually had a picture of these little tiny houses, like people live in them. They're the tiny houses, and they were all rowed up like this. Well, they made a matching card to match exactly the tiny houses that that were in real life behind them. And now I can see that they actually use these little houses. You have these little trees right here, and then the mountain scenery, and then these could either be mountains as well, but I know they can be layered in quite a few different, you know, ways. You can layer these one on top of each other. This one's more intricate of a mountain scenery. So, all right, you guys. Any more questions, just throw them out there. I love when you guys ask me things and I can actually answer them. All right, if we do not have any more questions, I will let you guys know. You know, you can always message me if you have any questions after we're done here. I will always find an answer for you. If I don't know the answer, I will always contact somebody who does know the answer, and we will get you what you need to know. All right, you guys, have a great week. I will see you back here next Monday. Next Monday. Yeah, next money. Yeah, please. Right? Just let it fall out of the sky on me, please. So, you guys have a good one. All right, guys. Bye.